shall prevail!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph and this is Warhammer 40k Rouge Trader. I was taking us to the Void ship and something happened down the way, so instead of just starting us on the Void ship like I normally would, we're going to start right here. Heading to the Void ship.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
No, I have no clue what this is. I just know some dude shows up. I didn't even read the text or anything. I just reloaded back up and then came back to here so you guys could see it with me. Looks like a big Chaos Knight, a big Chaos Space Marine. Sharp pain pierces your head and the lights dim in your eyes. You smell smoke and burning. You feel a wave of nausea. Your legs buckle and your knees hit the metal floor. At that same moment, the Manufactorum surrounding you disappears in a whirlwind of mist, ash, and gray shadows. Well, look at that. It's like purple chains coming out of nowhere around our head. Struggling against the elements, you can barely raise your head to look. Your eyes sting and burn, but through the tears you see it, a colossal silhouette rising above you. The roaring tempest is unable to shake the mighty figure. Ooh, only a 60% chance to get a better look at the figure. We're gonna try it. Erlon the Cruel. You squint and wipe away the tears, and for the moment, your vision clears. Before you stands a mighty giant, clad in dark power armor, lavishly adorned with bas-reliefs of snarling demonic silhouettes and punctured with prayer skulls. Two braziers are mounted behind his shoulders, burning with unnatural blue flame and emitting thick black smoke that curls and twists upward like a funnel. Behind the giant, you catch a brief glimpse of a crumpled figure bound in chains. The warrior's inhuman eyes bore into you. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hand in the halls of the primordial truth. I am Erlon the Cruel. The souls of my followers returned to the font of power they served, crying out for me to cast my gaze towards this sacrilege. And what do I see? Yet another lackey of the corpse emperor. The giant's voice causes the storm raging around you to die down somewhat, as if this very sound of his voice is enough to make the whirlwind subside. You glance at the huge warrior and notice on his chest a winding azure symbol. The shades of blue seem to glimmer and mingle together. I am the sovereign of Kiava Gamma. This world is mine, not a dominion of chaos. Oh, clinging to illusions will do you no good. The rituals have already been performed. The mortals are already singing the litanies of the primordial truth, or decorating the sacrificial altars with their flesh. Kiava Gamma, as you call it, is already saturated in the nectar of the truth, a fate that awaits all worlds that should stand in our way. Where are we? Where have you taken me? This is the bridge that connects our minds, created by the will of my slave, whose fate you should be envying. The Psyker is useful enough to me. The Psyker is useful enough to me to be left alive. Oh my, I can't read this morning. You, less so. What do you want with me? I want to look upon the one who has disrupted my flock's duties and my master's plans. That warrior from my legion, the fabricator censor, you think of their deaths as a triumph. However, it is but a minor hindrance to our path. There are other worlds that serve our goals. There are other sources of plasteel and adamantine. Revel in your victory. It will change nothing. Nevertheless, the blood in your veins whispers to the spirits that you warrant a closer look. Yes, you are a descendant of the Rouge Trader whose warrant Kunrad Voitvir sought to obtain. By defiling the relic and binding it to himself with the tethers of the Imperium, he was meant to become my servant, a Rouge Trader who would do the work for the truth. But then you interfered. Could it be that you wish to gain the true God's favor instead? Do you wish to present the corpse's relic to me and serve the truth? Hear your very blood calling, begging you to submit to me. What would be the point of futile defiance? See if I can rise to my feet here. Succeed. Conquering your weakness and pain, straining every muscle in your body, you slowly rise to your feet, straightening and stare Urlon straight in the eyes. He smiles, but there is no mirth in his eyes, only malicious curiosity, the kind with which one looks at an insect with its wings torn off. This isn't your first time meddling in the deeds of the word bearers. You were there on Rikiad Minoris, and I want to know if you hold in your hands that which is not yours to hold, and you will tell me yourself. He utters a few words in an unknown tongue over his shoulder, and you feel your head being clamped by unseen vice. You feel your blood start pumping alarmingly in your temples at your increasing pace as the wind is knocked out of you. But then the drumming in your ears quiet, and your heart, which was about to leap out of your chest, slows its rhythm. Urlon chuckles. It appears I am not the only one who appreciates the value of a pet psyker. I will make good use of your watchdog when my servants get to you. A gust of wind sweeps Urlon's figure away without a trace. The mist around you begins to dissipate, revealing the dark halls of the Manufactorum and leaving behind an oppressive sense of powerlessness. Heinrich is standing behind you, white as a sheet, eyes wide, grimacing. The air around him seems to roil. Though the phenomenon passes almost immediately, as he begins to speak, his voice sounds hoarse and cracked. That was not easy. I sensed the presence of another psyker. Someone made contact with you mentally, then tried to harm you with sorcery. I did what I could. You at least appear unharmed. Can you remember what you saw? It was a Chaos Space Marine. One of the traitors of the Imperium? I don't think it was he who touched your mind. I wouldn't have had the strength to go up against a psyker from the ranks of those monsters. He might have forced some mortal to do his bidding. Perhaps it was through the same hapless medium that he sensed the death of his henchmen. Heinrich looks away and frowns. Such indescribable power, to have reached out to your mind at such a distance. He said something about Theodora, about how the blood in my veins will lead me to serve chaos. Sister Argenta, who has been watching all of this intently, grows pale and makes a sign of the Aquila to ward off evil. Heinrich stares at you, whether in surprise or anger, you do not know. Then he gives a curt nod. I see. We can theorize later, although I will say, Ignatius, that his words do not leave much room for interpretation. The manufactorum around you looks the same as before in the vision. Maybe the shadows have grown a little deeper and darker. You dust yourself off and continue on your journey through the darkness. Well, that was a bit unnerving. The world's industrial heart has fallen to corruption, but numerous faint Vox signals from the periphery indicate that the planet's small manufacturing clusters survived without succumbing to the heretics. The sacred machines and hallowed blaze from those abodes have been reverently transported to the safety of the ship's holds. The fate of Kiavagama hangs in the balance. So we got 3 ancient machinery and an ancient energy core. I think we have to purify the planet. Let's see. Gain a mobile extractum. Either way, we gain a mobile extractum. I think we have to purify it because it was pretty bad. So we're going to purify and restore Kiavagama no matter the cost. The servants of the Adeptus Ministratum heed the call and begin to assemble a holy crusade to purify Kiavagama. It will take much time and effort to root out every tendril of corruption lurking in the dark corners of the Manufactorum. Wait a minute. Are we going back? Alright, let's look at the projects here. Valstone. Let's go ahead and do this one. Janus, is there anything we can do in Janus? Do a cure for sloth. Drusian. Explorators. Alright, so nothing we can do there right now, except cure for sloth. I don't like that. We're working on this one here. We're working on this one here. Restoration efficiency gives us plasteel and mechanisms. Both of those are nice. Cursed boots need to be heretical. Heretical, not heretical. Heretics, renowned. Blessed armaments. Get a nice plasma gun, security, steel, and weapons. Calculating holiness. Get an axe. Mechanisms and weapons. And plasteel. I like this one. We're going to do this one. Now, this looks like something we need to do. No, I think we just land us back down there. We don't need to do that. All right. Okay, so we never found a route to these two places. We got to go back to Fabundus for J. And then we've got a red path to these guys, which is where the Drukhari are hiding out. And we come this way, we might as well come back to here to grab that other point that we've missed. So we're going to go ahead and make our way back to Fabundus for Jay's party. Oh, we never came here. Let's go here first. So we'll make that green. And then we'll go to Fabundus, unless something comes up. Oh, enemies of humanity. And a warp gate. Nothing. Then we go destroy those chaos ships. Plasteel, which we have 22 of. We do not need any more plasteel for the near foreseeable future. Let's go blow up some enemy ships.
I'll ensure the crew's diligence.
There's 4 of them. 5 of them. I think my shields are strong. Buddy ships get beat up. All right. Start by launching this torpedo. to turn towards this guy so I can get a better shield against all of these other dudes. This might hurt. Hoping it would have finished him off. Do we have that reload? We do have the reload. It didn't reload. Rise of Pattern Plasma Battery. It only reloads macro cannons. Oh, right. That was not... That was a waste of that. But we'll take it out that way. Shield left. I probably should have reset shields. Oh well. Try to remember to do that next turn. Our little buddy ship's getting hammered. Only 2 of these ships left? What happened to the others? Ah, there's one over here. The big one's over here. Okay. Let's swing him around. Probably not going to be a useful thing to do, but you never know. And I'm like, wanting to use... Well, let's see if this will work. No, we don't get him just out of arc. So we're going to come over here, so if they come this way, it'll make it a little bit easier for them to swing around, maybe. Nice shot. And we're going to recycle our shields. Good shooting, little frigate. Ha! You little bugger. Alright, I think we want to pull up next to this guy. This is going to hurt us a little bit. just out of range. Let's use our war pop. There we go. There we go. Torpedo time it is. I like torpedo time.
Born in the fires of retribution.
As long as it's not, you know, their torpedo time, I should say.
Lord Captain.
Got some scraps. Got something out of this. Looked kind of like armor. Ship took a little bit of damage. Gonna take 4 scrap to heal it. 430 to upgrade our hull. Do we have any posts that we can upgrade first? Microcannons and lance weapons. Nice! Yes, please. Shallow jump. Jumps through a unit. That unit suffers damage. Never had that chance to do it. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. Alright, so we've upgraded all the stuff we can upgrade there. Now we don't have enough to do this, which is fine. So I kind of like our engine that we've got, so we're going to throw that to the cargo bay. That seems the same, so we should go and throw that to cargo bay. Alright, 7 armor on starboard and port, 3 on front and aft. So we usually get hit in the sides far more often than we do the front and back. So let's go ahead and swap this armor out. We'll leave this armor here just in case it seems like we need to do, you know, after a few times, if we get ravaged, then we know that that was not how we wanted to do this. Nothing there. Lord Captain, we are passing by a construct marked on the star charts as a dimensional gate. Our augurs are not showing any suspicious energy readings. The device is dormant. Thank the Emperor. What is this gate? An ancient Xeno artifact, older than humanity itself. Judging by its design, this is a gate leading somewhere. Perhaps straight into the wicked abyss of the warp, considering all the nasty shit that used to roam around here. Many captains, Her Ladyship Theodora included, have tried to reveal its secrets, but it seems that no one could figure out how it works. Good for them, if you ask me. That looks like a, could be either an Eldar technology or maybe even, it looks a bit, Necroni, which are space robots. What was Theodora interested in? Her Ladyship didn't exactly share her plans with us. Always kept them close to her chest. But I'll go out on a limb and say she was searching for a way to open the gate and see what's on the other side. The Cognizance Fleet conducted its own analysis of this Xeno artifact. All records of the expeditions to the site were added to the exploration catalog. Nasty in what way? I don't want to repeat the rumors, and I don't know the truth, but it was bad. There was word of ships and even whole trade convoys disappearing. Captains started avoiding the system until eventually the Lord Inquisitor came here and made short work of it. Hasn't been much in the way of rumors ever since, actually. The Inquisition made sure avoidsmen kept their mouths shut. Whatever the gate used to spew out, it must have been profane and a danger to humanity. Report received. We live to serve. I wish to study this construct. Lord Captain, I would advise against approaching the gate. The Inquisition has declared the entire area around it off limits and packed it with mines. Our augurs won't be able to detect them. Alright, ignore the construct. Consider it done. Alright, back to Footfall. I wonder how we get to there. Oh, chart new routes. See, I almost messed up again. No new routes. Alright. These ones must be later. Kavagiyama. Foulstone. So need good tidings. Bonfires of righteousness and good tidings. I don't see good tidings. Complacency and efficiency. 3 profit factor. 8 complacency. Wow. Crusade. Bonfire of righteousness. Oh, there's good tidings right there. Provisions, weapons, people. Accusation of heresy feature. Plus 20 damage against demons. Plus 20% damage against demons. Plus 10 bonus to all characteristics during warp encounter battles. Okay. Shrine. Have to have at least a 50 profit factor. What is our profit factor? 44. Need adamantium. Need good tidings completed. Hammer of Epiphany. Profit factor can place. That one looks the best there. I mean, Crusade's got some nice stuff. I mean, profit factor 8 complacency might be pretty nice. Druzy and stuff, but I think the Shrine is probably the best one. So we need good tidings and high profit factor. So let's start with good tidings. Janus. Dargonus, we just finished that. Let's see what we can do now. Degree of diligence. Lose complacency, gain efficiency and provisions. So we can do guilds, gives us frag grenades, efficiency, and 6 mechanisms. Adeptus Arbites. 5,000 Imperial Navy, plus 3 security. I always like security. All allies gain 5 melee damage and 20% damage on their attack opportunities. So guilds gives us big frag grenades, it looks like. Let's do the Adeptus Astratus. That's the Underground Workers. Gives us Plasteel. We don't need Plasteel. We have 23 bloody Plasteel. Explorators. Drusians. Fellowship of the Void, alright. Lord Captain, the Tech Priests have made a sinister discovery on Kiava Gamma, a blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked Cubus Delphum. The mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of the warp. It seems to occasionally transmit a discordant Benhiric melody into nowhere, but no encrypted data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be a functional side effect of sorts. Of course, the idea of using a machine instead of astropaths to connect the voices of the warp seems tempting, but this machine is teeming with corruption. Its fuel tanks are saturated with the liquefied souls of your subjects. It is enough for now, but someday it will have to be refilled. How could Cubus construct such a powerful and monstrous machine? Defying the dictums of the Omnici, the heretic had entered into a dangerous field of experimentation with the warp technology. It is dangerous technology, but the ancient and incredibly complex Vox core of the mechanism is much older than Delphum was. He had probably found it here and made use of it to fulfill his needs. +1 security, -1 complacency, otherworld observer. I always just destroy it. We're going to destroy it. Your command shall be relayed to the Manufactorum attendants. The device has been mercilessly but carefully destroyed. During its death throes, the device emitted noises causing other mechanisms to lose control and break. But it was finished, and faith in the triumph of the Omnici has filled the heart of the righteousness. There's that plasma gun. We'll have to make sure we give that to Pascal. Weapons efficiency, profit factor, mechanisms. People, profit factor, iconoclast. Let's do this one. All right. Oh, for a minute there, I thought we didn't do these. I'm like, wait a minute. Where's the... Ah, it's over there. We haven't increased our auger. Let's see if we can do this ship now. I doubt it, but you never know. Thought there was a ship well, let's go down and identify the Imperial Void ship. I thought there was a ship that we... Upon your approach, the Scarlet Pursuer sends out a hearty greeting. Captain Demir Shahani wishes good health upon you and your entire dynasty, and asks if you might have any updated information on Burning Worlds. Share information. 500 reputation. Empty soul traps, 30. You receive the Scarlet Pursuer's projected itinerary, information on systems in which you can find it later. The captain looks forward to meeting you again and acquiring information on Burning Souls should you possess it. Or Burning Worlds. Thought there was a planet here we weren't able to explore fully. Yeah, 'cause it says planet right there, not explored. But there's nothing else to explore here. Ah, no, that was already explored. I don't get it. I don't know. Oh well, moving on. So let's go here, check out the Navy folk. Nine damage on the front, 5 on the sides. I think what we got is better. 12 speed. So this provides 95 points of protection. Double against blasts. This provides 120 protection. Long range, I like the long range. Alright, so far I'm liking the 120 point shield and the long range micro cannon. Or macro cannon, not micro cannon. Alright. Land 60 to 70. So they got better lots of better stuff for us. Let's see if we can increase our reputation. So we need 500 to get it to the next level. Oh, hide untradeable. There we go. Holy smokes, there's quite a bit of this stuff we've got. We have gathered a ton of stuff. All right. Pirates, Drukhari, trade. All right, let's just sell everything here. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so these torpedoes, 5 torpedoes to do 27 damage, as opposed to 5 to do 19. Much better torpedoes. But we don't have the 50 profit factor. Dang it! Short range micro cannons, 4 shots at 21. Why would this one be so hard to get? It's Sunhammer Lance, 60 to 70. Narrow firing arc, wide firing arc. That one seems good. Let's grab that. Long range 321. Oh, hold on. Scooped all the way down here, so we don't need that. Torpedoes 9.5, engines 12. We want that. Three shots, 21 long range. The long range is definitely something we want. All right, let's go to our ship real quick. Shields. Okay, we've got our ship set up. Let's go to Footfall. Shireen, if you would mind a spare minute on Footfall when you are not deciding our lackluster fates, I would be delighted to see you at my Amarakar in the Damascus. I'll tell Aki to set aside some decent wine in case you decide to grace your humble party with your luminous presence. Amarakar, is that some kind of celebration? It is an occasion celebrated on my world, a freet. It is the day when a person shows by their actions that they have reached maturity, that their spirit is ennobled. Among the Afridian nobility, this day is considered most important than other symbolic events, such as the first cry or the day of repose. And by a wonderful coincidence, My Amarakar happens to fall on the day when I also wish to celebrate my acquisition of the Mercatum Tabula Officiale. It would be my pleasure to attend your party. The lowly regulars of the Amascus will be telling their great-grandchildren about the day they had the honor of witnessing your dazzling visit to that unworthy dive, Shireen. That is, of course, if they live long enough to see their great-grandchildren. Oh, she's not even an option. I mean, she's there. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate that as well. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys are amazing. Until next time, stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you later.